Well, hey there, First United Methodist Church of Lawrenceville. Adam here, and I am so excited to be in person in worship with you this Saturday and Sunday at the campground. We just pulled up to the campground here. We're going to walk you through the process of coming to worship. It's going to look a little different this week. We just want you to know what we expect and how you can have the best possible time with us together in worship and also keep everyone safe. Make sure that you make a reservation ahead of time. We want to make sure that everybody does that so that we just know who's coming and when they're coming. Saturday night at 6:30 or Sunday morning at 9 a.m. You can go to our website, FUMCLV.org, and register right there. And it's an easy process, and we just love to make sure that we create a space for you and that we're ready for you and your family to come and to be a part of worship. A couple of things you might want to think about ahead of times. Make sure that you've got your mask with you for you and your family. If you don't have one, we'll have some extras to provide for you. Also, you might want to bring a lawn chair if you want to sit outside the arbor, or a blanket to put down on the ground for the kids. And we're just going to have a great time together in worship. As you pull in, you're going to be greeted by one of our fantastic staff members or volunteers who are going to give you some instructions about which way to head. We want you to just follow the directions of our staff and volunteers, and they'll get you all set up and ready for worship. You guys want to go for a ride with me? So as you pull in, you're going to be face to face with one of our awesome volunteers. We've got Jen here, who's helping us to head in the right direction. We're going to pull around one side of the island or the other so that we can check in and make sure that we got all our reservations taken care of, and that we ask a couple of simple questions. As you come around the island, you'll be greeted by another one of our staff or volunteers.
Good morning. It's so good to see all of you. It is good to see you. A couple of questions for you before you pull forward. Did y'all make reservations for today?
We did. Hildebrandt Party of 5.
Excellent. I see that right here. Thank you for doing that. A couple more questions before you pull up. Has anybody had a fever? Anybody in the car had a fever in the last couple of weeks?
Nope.
Everybody good?
Everybody's good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Everybody's
Also,
good.
anybody exposed to someone with COVID-19 over the last 2 weeks?
Nope.
Nope. All right. And one last question. Everybody got masks? Everybody have
Everybody
a
got
mask?
masks?
Everybody, oh, that's awesome. We're so glad you're here. If you'll just pull forward, look for the next person. A parking attendant will help you park safely. Y'all enjoy the service.
Thank you so much. After you check in with our attendants, we'd love for you to pull all the way around until you see our parking attendants. We've got some folks staged throughout the facility to help you to find the right parking space. We want to make sure that we leave a little bit of room between cars, just so we can maintain that physical distancing as we're getting out of our cars. And I want to remind you, if for some reason you can't be under the arbor or around the arbor and you still want to be a part of our worship service, we have a limited number of drive-in locations, and so you'll just need to let the check-in attendant know that you are interested in a drive-in spot. That's for anybody who might be medically fragile and wants to come and be a part of the service, or if for some reason you can't wear a mask during the service, that would be a great option for you. We'll be transmitting through our FM transmitter, and we'll also be able to see down into the arbor to be a part of our worship experience. So we're really trying to accommodate everyone and make sure that everyone can be a part of these services as we gather together again. Again, we're going to ask you to pull all the way around until you see one of our parking attendants. They're going to direct you to the right spot as you park in. And we're going to make sure that the car next to us, that they've all headed towards the arbor before we get out. We're going to double check with our masks. Everybody masked up before we get out of the car?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Mask.
Micah, pull that mask up over your nose, please. And we're ready to get out and head to worship. Try to keep your family together as you get out of the car. Make sure you grab your chair, your blanket, whatever you need for worship. And then some of our fantastic staff and volunteers will instruct you where to head next.
Welcome. We are glad you're here to worship with us. Just head straight down to the arbor. You're going to go to either side, to the side entrances, and from there you'll be instructed where to sit.
Thanks, Miss Kim.
Enjoy the services.
Come on, guys. As you approach the arbor, you'll see some of our staff and volunteers who are going to help you find the right location to sit, and they're going to be there pointing in the right direction. I want to remind you to maintain your physical distancing as you're approaching the arbor. I know some of you are going to be tempted to run over and give hugs to folks, but we want to encourage you to please not do that. We want to make sure that everybody's safe and has a wonderful worship experience. Hey, Ryan!
Hey guys, welcome to worship. We are so glad that y'all are joining us this morning. Follow me and I'll show you guys where you can sit. How have you guys been?
We've been great. How about yourself?
We've been good. We've been good. We're so glad that you guys are here for worship this morning.
Well, we brought our chair and our blanket, so we're going to sit outside the arbor if that's okay.
Okay, that's perfect. And so outside the arbor, whenever you come on Sunday, you will have, or Saturday, there will be circles outside where you can set up within your circle. And so right here is actually a great spot for you guys to go on ahead and have a seat. Perfect.
Thank you, Dad. For saying that.
And so we ask that you guys will stay in your circle, and so that way people will be in their other circles, and so we would love for you guys to join us in worship this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ryan.
Just a couple of reminders. As Ryan said, we're going to have circles painted on the lawn and on the rocks. We want you and your family to find one or be instructed towards one, to have a seat, and to maintain that physical distance during the service. I want to remind you that we will have some sanitizing stations available, like this one right here, where you can come and just take a moment to get your hands sanitized so that you are all ready for worship. If you're sitting under the arbor, you're going to be guided under the arbor, and we're going to fill our seats from the back towards the front so that we don't have a lot of crossover, and we'll have them all marked off for Sunday morning and Saturday night so that you are ready to sit and make sure that we maintain that physical distancing. Now, Ryan has a very special job this weekend. Ryan is in charge of all of our physical distancing process, and so if he finds you out there, you know, doing the thing that I know that we want to hug, and I know we want to shake hands, I know we want to see each other, but if Ryan catches you out there not maintaining physical distance, look what happens. You got to wear the physical distance barrier, okay? We know we're having a good time with this. We know that this is different, but we want to make sure that everyone has a safe and meaningful worship experience, and so that's what we're all about this weekend, is doing that in a way that provides the best opportunity for us to gather together, to celebrate together, to be in worship together, and to remain as safe as possible. So I hope we'll see you Saturday or Sunday morning. And if you can't be out here with us, remember, we've still got our online services at both our modern and traditional. You can watch those on demand on YouTube or on Facebook Live at 9:30 or 11 o'clock. We'll see you this weekend for worship.